What's going on, everybody? This is Frank back with you with another video today, and today we're going to go over some topics about security and some good practices that I have found helps me along the way. Things that when I got into cryptocurrency, I wish I knew a little bit more about, and luckily, by me doing my homework, I did not get to experience any of these situations, but more or less prevented them from happening as much as possible. So we are going to hit all this stuff today. We're going to go over a lot of different wallets, what exchanges are, and things that you might not think about. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, let's get into it today. So, we're going to start this video talking about different ways to buy your crypto, and this is the first step of security that can come into play. There's many different places to purchase cryptocurrencies. It all depends on the token or coin that you're looking to invest in. And the best way to do this is by now you have your coins picked out and you're ready to purchase. You've done some homework, you've been to multiple websites, and with that, even doing your research, make sure when you're looking into this stuff that you are on genuine platforms, genuine websites, what was created for the creators or by the creators. Reason being is it only takes a moment for somebody to copy the code for a website and paste it into their own and make you think that you are looking at the correct one. So with this, don't fear away. Not all is bad out there. You just got to know what you're looking at and double check and double verify. So by now, if you have found the cryptocurrencies that you're looking to invest in and you're ready to buy, this is going to take us to now where to purchase. Most stuff runs on, all the cryptocurrencies will run on a blockchain, whether it is on Ethereum, Cardano, Ripple. There's so many different ones out there. The Binance chain. So you got to know, for example, like with me, I will always relate to Shiba Inu and what we're doing, and because that's one token that I believe in and I I trust. I will. I don't want to say trust. It's one that I trust myself into. With what they have out there, with what's growing, it seemed like the best investment for me. I'm not a financial advisor. You choose where you want to invest your money, as I just use that as an example because that's where I felt comfortable at. So with Shiba Inu, you can go to their website to shibatoken.com and you can buy directly from their website. Now, when you hear buy directly, it is never truly directly, no matter what coin it is. So when you click on that, your purchase is going to go through an exchange, whether it's centralized or decentralized. So if you are looking to make your first purchases into cryptocurrency, you got to convert your US dollars into either Ethereum, Bitcoin, or some coins you can convert directly into the cryptocurrency you're looking for. With that, there's many different exchanges. You got crypto.com, Binance, Coinbase, not Trust Wallet, Voyager. Um, well, Trust Wallet's an actual wallet, which we'll get into that here in a little bit. But all these platforms are your exchanges. They're look at them as you going to a currency exchange that you're getting ready to travel from the United States to Europe, and you need to change your money, your dollar, from the US dollar to euros. Or if you're going to France, you need to change them from US dollar to francs. Love it. So, with that being said, imagine your Coinbase.com app, your Coinbase Pro app, your Binance, your Crypto.com. And these are just to name a few. These are the ones that I personally use that I have found that I enjoy using. Most of the time, the fees can vary, but they've worked well for me, and I haven't, knock on wood, have not had a hiccup yet with purchases or transferring. So, once you pick the exchange that you are looking to use to purchase your money through, or to purchase your cryptocurrency with your money at, you want to make sure that the token you're looking at is the correct token. So there for a while with Shiba Inu, there was a SHIB released that was not on the Ethereum blockchain, the ERC20 token, which is what kind of token Shiba Inu is. And many people, unfortunately, got burnt. And I'm not trying to bring no FUD. I'm not trying to bring, fear into you. I am preparing you. Consider this a survivalist guide for the blind when it comes to this. So these are the things that when you get into cryptocurrency, you may not even know or know to ask. And if you don't know to ask, you will never know. So these are things that I wish I kind of knew, but I've did my homework looking at people, what they're doing, and looking at issues that have arisen and see what they've done wrong. And is there solutions that can be done? Now, with that being said, once you have your wallet and your exchange, most of those I have, like I said, I have found to be as safe as I can say for the transactions I've done. And I have done maybe about 30 to 40 transactions total between purchases and exchanges and swapping. Because, one day when I was first getting into this, I got excited. I'm like, okay, maybe I don't, this one's going down. Let's try this one. So I, at first, thought day trading a few things might be for me, and it wasn't. So that's a whole nother story. Let's get back on topic here. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. Again, if you're liking some of the stuff you're hearing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, as I'm going to be releasing as much content as I possibly can. I do work a day job, so I try to make the most of this when I can. And bear with me, as I am still new to being a YouTuber and learning my mistakes and flaws. So feel free to comment anything that you feel I should change, what I need to do going forward. Or if you're just like what you're saying, love the criticism, love the comments, love the love. That actually has a story behind it. But we'll see another video to find out the meaning of that one. All right, so now you are on these exchanges, and whether it is, when I have used these, I've only done my purchases through mobile apps. I have not done it through a physical desktop. And the only reason being is I feel that my personal cell phone, I have a lot of security levels set up, virtual private network running, many things that help secure my phone a little bit better than what I can allow on my desktop. So keep that in mind. Virtual private networks or VPNs, awesome, amazing, help hide, help cover up. I don't want to use hide or cover up. That seems so, dirty. But to help protect your tracks of what you're doing. And that way, so, because in the tech world, let's face it, there's so many scammers out there, there's so many hackers out there, and there's new things coming up every day. So it's one of those situations, unless you are a ethical hacker or a cybersecurity professional, even them guys still learn on a day-to-day of what new has happened and what can go on. So using the mobile apps that I do, I've used Crypto.com, I've used Coinbase, I've used Webull. Webull is awesome. Crypto.com and Coinbase, they all were pretty streamlined. Now, the things about it is when you go to purchase these coins or your tokens, you may be able to convert your US dollar directly into that Bitcoin or Ethereum or Shiba Inu or Doge, whatever you want to purchase. And when you do that, that money is sitting on what they call a centralized exchange. A centralized exchange for beginners is an exchange that is that currency exchange, for an example. So currency exchanges are public. Anybody can walk in at any time that they're open, which, thankful in our realm of the world, 24 hours. Gotta love it. We're not restricted to Monday through Fridays, 9 to 5s. We can indulge any day of the week. And with that, picture you're walking into the currency exchange and other people are there. Well, one bad seed can come in and rob that exchange. And when they do that, they can take your money, what you have. A centralized exchange is kind of the same way as a hacker is to a bank robber or to that currency exchange robber. And I don't think that's probably the best example, but for the lack of better term and me coming up with this off the top of my head, we're going to have to roll with that one. So the best thing you can do is if you are looking to keep this stuff long term or even short term, if you're looking to keep it for more than just, a couple hours, days, weeks, months, years, decade, this is the time you need to consider moving that currency that you have purchased over to a secure wallet. Most wallets, there's two main forms out there. You have what they call a hot wallet and a cold wallet. So, in definition, a hot wallet, we'll go over this here, is a hot wallet is connected to the internet in some which way, shape, or form. So, most of these currency exchanges like Crypto.com, Coinbase, they actually have their own wallets. Coinbase has their Coinbase wallet. Crypto.com has their Crypto.com DeFi wallet, which brings us to the decentralized stage of this. So, decentralized in the definition or in the term of definition has no connection to the internet. You are taking those dollar bills and instead of them being, in your hand visible to everybody, you have them stored in your wallet that is secured. And what I mean by secured is it is up to you on how secure you want to make this transition. And with hot wallets, that gives you a little bit easier access to your cryptocurrency, to your purchases, to your investments. But those are still online. And with technology, the hackers, the bad guys out there, those villains, they can hack into these exchanges and even, what they call a hot storage wallet. So, or a hot wallet. And what I mean by that is anything that is connected to the internet can be potentially hacked. I don't care if you feel like that your computer is locked down by Fort Knox. There is somebody out there. If there is a will, there is a way. And if you have that connection to the world, if your computer is online and your coins are stored online on a cloud or anything of that nature, everything has its own layer of security. But I am a firm believer. I follow ethical hacking. I follow computer programming. It's not my career, but more of a hobby. If there is a will, there is a way. And there is people out there that have absolutely nothing better to do with their time but to try to take your money. And that's what brings us to the security video that I want to bring you to help you understand a little bit more. So, when you have your coins stored on a hot wallet, they're still accessible 24/7 online unless, the cloud storage that you're working with, that your coins are stored in a cold storage through them. Now, there is some places out there that do that. That hasn't been something I've ventured into. If I'm going for a cold storage type setup, I rather have a true cold storage. And what a cold storage is something that has no online connectivity. It is a physical piece of hardware, rather it is you have a flash drive that you've been able to set up. A true hardware wallet, which I don't know if I can say this or not, but there's many good ones out there. Ledger offers one. Sorry, my mind's drawing a blank here. So you have, your Ledger and Trezor. I hope I said that right. But a lot of these hardware wallets essentially will allow you to connect to the software wallets or the hot wallets. What you're doing is when you are taking your cryptocurrency, your coins off of a hot wallet and putting it onto a cold, you are protecting a hacker from potentially breaking into it because that currency is stored on that physical hardware. Pros about that, you know they are secured from a hacker. Doesn't mean that they're fully secured as a whole in general, because you can take that hardware wallet and lock it up in a fireproof safe or into a safety deposit box. And still, you got to rely on the fact that if this does get damaged, does get stolen from my physical house, from the bank that it is stored at in a safety deposit box, that you can potentially lose. Someone has access to your wallets at that point. Now, there is security measures with these hardware wallets that kind of add a second layer that have their own security on the hardware wallet itself. I personally don't have one yet, but I am looking to purchase. I have been doing my homework on them, and I love the concept. I love what they do. And with me getting into this and now being a long term investor, someone who hodls, somebody who has diamond hands and wants to see this market become the main thing, it is something I'm looking to invest into just because I like the idea of the security from it. So, with this being said, and we're talking about, I know we've talked about a lot. We've talked about centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, which is like, actually, no, we haven't talked about a DeFi or DEX, a decentralized exchange. What these are is kind of like Uniswap and 1inch. That one runs on, the Ethereum network. And what that allows you to do is you can go onto these exchanges, these decentralized exchanges, and take your coins and swap them for something else that they offer. So if you bought Doge and you want to now buy Shiba Inu because you feel like Shiba has such a stronger community, people are backing it, you see all the great catalysts coming out, and you're ready to convert, you can go to Uniswap and actually swap your coin for SHIB. Now, going forward, we do have Shiba Swap coming out, guys. I got to talk about it because we all know Shiba Inu is one of my most invested coins. They have great things coming, and it's just another platform to be able to do the things that you need to do. And you'll be able to use the coins that you have. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. We'll save that for another day. So, this brings us on to, now we went over, what a centralized exchange is and a decentralized exchange is, and what cold wallets are, hot wallets are. Now, with all of this transferring of money and stuff you got going on, I want to make you aware, because I didn't realize this when I first got in, is when I wanted to invest into Doge and Shiba Inu and Ethereum and Litecoin and ADA and all of these other ones that I've been doing my homework on and seeing what has the strongest capabilities and possibilities of growing, is that there's fees that are associated with every transfer. So even though you are taking money out of a centralized from the bank and putting it in your wallet, let's put it that way. So if you're purchasing off of a centralized exchange like crypto.com, Binance, they all have their own fees associated. Now, if you are trading on the Ethereum blockchain for ERC20 tokens or Ethereum coins, the best thing that you need to know is that there is going to be what they call gas fees. I've learned a little bit about it, and what gas fees are is something that can change day to day, hour by hour, and actually I think minute by minute. But these are always going to be associated with moving your crypto from one place to another, whether it's from an exchange to a wallet or wallet to wallet. The reason being is those transactions got to go through a process and be authorized, which requires in some circumstances miners, certain algorithms. Either way, power and consumption is being used somewhere and has to be paid for. So I love how Ethereum calls it a gas fee, because to most that puts it in the most layman terms, and that helped me understand it quite a bit better. Now, with that, I see a lot of gas fees being involved from wallet to wallet transactions. When I was going from crypto.com to my Coinbase wallet, I purchased majority of my Shiba Inu or my SHIB through crypto.com. It was what I felt comfortable with at first when I was doing my homework and research, and it was one of the few, when I got invested, that allowed me to purchase that in the United States directly. So crypto.com, thank you guys. You got me into this early. I just want to give a shout out to that. When this happened, I went to finally build up enough coins where I'm like, hey, I'm going to hold these for quite a long time. I'm looking at, long-term plan, 5 years, 3 years, 7 years. All depends on kind of where we're at going forward. And I'll explain, how I have my methods of what I plan on doing with getting my profits or getting my investments back off, and how I plan on making these long term. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. These are my own thoughts, my own processes, my own methods that I am still learning and figuring out. But I want to pass that word on to you guys, so maybe you can incorporate it with your processes or learn a new method that maybe you didn't think of. So now that we've got our money transferred from an centralized exchange into a wallet, now if you are doing the stuff online on a desktop, I highly recommend using the incognito browser. So if you got Google Chrome, you can hold Control Shift the letter N. It will open up an incognito page, or you can click. Oh gosh, where is it on here? So let's see. You can come over here to the three dots on the right and go down to New Incognito Window. So what that's going to do is it kind of adds an extra layer of security between what you're visiting, what you're typing, to potential hackers out there. It's just another way to help protect yourselves a little bit more. And where I have used this is when I have went from one of my wallets to an exchange. So before I said I made all my crypto purchases on my cell phone, but I have done some exchanges and some swapping online physically on my desktop. So that is something else that I kind of incorporated. Most people wouldn't think about, but it helps, I believe. And it's just something to give me a little bit extra peace of mind. So now that we got that figured out, we're going to move on down to, let's see here. We've got hot wallets, cold wallets, centralized and decentralized exchanges, how to move money around in that aspect, ways to protect yourself. Let's take a step back. Let's talk about these exchanges and wallets again. So within these apps, these programs themselves, Crypto.com, Coinbase Wallet, you can set up extra levels of security. I highly recommend with like Coinbase Wallet, I have a two-step authentication set up. I have that set up with my Binance app. And with my Crypto.com, I have all these set to the highest security levels. So even to open the app, you have to have a passphrase. To make a purchase, you have to have a passphrase. To swap a token, you have to have a passphrase. I have the most annoying setups and the most hoops to jump through that I possibly can. And that's for me to help protect myself. Every little bit is an extra layer of security. Keep that in mind, guys, when it comes to cryptocurrency. This is a market that a lot of people are tech savvy in. Do everything you can to protect yourself, which is why you're watching my video. So thank you so much, guys, and we're going to keep on moving here. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, we've talked about moving money from purchasing it on exchanges, moving it to wallets, what a cold storage, what a hot storage is. So with these now, when you're moving these tokens, I also want to bring this up as a point. This is also a strong point. So if you're taking notes, this is another bulletin you want to keep up with. Is you will be either at some point copying and pasting your wallet address into the exchange, or to get these programs, to get the exchange to communicate with your wallet. Say, hey, this wallet's ready to take these, I'm ready to take these tokens. So it's telling the exchange that, hey, this is my address. Come on over. Let's get it here. Guys, this is where people can make some of the most critical mistakes. Is when you are transferring your coins around is when I think that they are the most vulnerable. This is your chance of getting them all or losing everything. So, like I said, I personally haven't been through this situation, but there has been many, many people who have, and I see comments all the time that, they transferred money from a BEP token to an ERC wallet. This doesn't work, guys. These blockchains that the tokens are on have to communicate with themselves. And that's just a little bit more in depth about more than what I want to go into. But ultimately, they got to be able to talk to each other. So, and with that being said, going forward, guys, there's a lot of cryptos out there that is hoping to bridge that gap to where we can fix this issue. And that's going to be something very, very valuable in the cryptocurrency world. So what happens is, say you got a BEP token that it says it's Shiba Inu, okay, and you are waiting for Shiba Swap to release. We're close. We're almost there, guys. And then, Shiba Swap comes out, and you can only use two different wallets, either a Trust wallet or either MetaMask, scratch that, MetaMask wallet or Coinbase wallet. So you are like, okay, I'm ready to move my tokens off of Binance onto Coinbase Pro or Coinbase wallet. Well, if you purchase the wrong Shiba Inu to begin with, and it's a BEP token, that is a scam. That's a fake token. And this is where it goes into doing your research, do your due diligence, learn everything you can that is real about these coins. Use social media, use your searches, use every piece of detail you can find out there to verify this is a real company. I am looking at authentic material. And, platforms like Twitter, Reddit, Discord, they all have ways to show verification that you are talking or looking at genuine material, genuine channels. So, if you go back into your Binance and you're ready to transfer your Shiba Inu, you're all excited, Shiba Swap's here, I gotta get this in my wallet. Bam! So you go to do that transfer, and you go to transfer that Shiba Inu to a Shiba Inu ERC20 address that's in Coinbase Wallet or MetaMask. Well, guys, here's what's going to happen. You're going to end up losing all your tokens that you tried to transfer in that one transaction. So, the first thing when it comes to transferring coins, make sure you are owning the correct coin to begin with and that you are transferring it to a correct and proper address. So, when this happens, I'll tell you what, guys, what I end up using if I'm ever in any question about what's going on, and I will pull this up here. So I have a website that I use that's called etherscan.io. Etherscan scans the Ethereum network. It acts as a ledger, as a receipt journal. So if you're in retail and you understand what a receipt journal is or a ledger, this is going to keep track of every transaction that's happening on that blockchain. So I use this to track what's going on, how many coins have been bought, where they've been transferred from, and what wallet they're going to. Now, the reason why I say this is Etherscan also will allow, let's back it up there. So what you're going to want to do is you can actually go to CoinMarketCap. And when you're in CoinMarketCap, I use the rankings here, and like I said, I will always use this as my reference because, to me, best community out there, freaking awesome. So if you want to verify that you guys own the correct coin, you can come into CoinMarketCap, and so hold on, let me try to turn my cursor here on, guys. Let me figure out how. I don't think I can do that during a video. So I am going to click where these two things are popping up right here, and it says contract Ethereum, and it has an OX95AD. This area right here is the contract address for that coin. When you go to transfer your coins and you want to make sure that you own the correct one, you can always come to CoinMarketCap, search the coin that you're looking for, and make sure that this is the correct one. By the way, CoinMarketCap, really good website for many, many resources when it comes to information in the crypto market. So I'm pointing at my screen like you guys can see what I'm doing. So what happens here is you can use that as a reference to verify that you are owning the correct coin. When you go to transfer, so now that we verified, hey, I have the correct coin, I'm ready to do this transfer. I own an ERC20 Shiba Inu on Crypto.com, and I'm ready to move it to Coinbase Wallet. Well, Coinbase Wallet has a lot of functionality. You have a mobile app. I have it also linked to my desktop. But this brings me back to these hackers and scammers and everybody out there again. And guys, they are after us. So, most of the time, if you're doing this on the same device, that you are transferring your coins on one device and opening another app or another web page, and you're accepting those coins in your wallet. One thing that seems very logical to do is copy and paste is going to become a big thing for you, because these wallet addresses or these holder addresses are so long and they have to be 100% right. You cannot change one character or your money is gone forever. So this brings me to the next thing I want you guys to watch out for is, while you're doing this, I always recommend, one, having an antivirus or malware, Windows Defender or Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes is free anti-malware software, really good to use. The basic version, like I said, is free. Do a scan on your computer every now and then, because if you're doing all this research and you might visit a phony site or two or a fake site or two, you don't know what's embedded on it. And next thing you know, you could have something on your computer that... The most recent thing I heard of that makes me want to talk about this is a copy paste virus or a pasting virus. What this does, or clipboard, what this does is when you copy your address, your wallet address, and you go to paste it into the exchange to transfer your money, when you copy that, your computer, there's a virus out there that will think or know that, hey, you just copied a wallet address, a cryptocurrency address. It's these X amount of characters. It coincides. Well, there's somebody who has made a virus out there that changes what's copied to the clipboard. So what you copied off of your wallet to paste into crypto.com for your transfer could now be a completely different address. This is what I always recommend people doing, guys. If you are doing this, I haven't heard of this being an issue on a mobile platform, but on desktops, I've heard it more than once. I always recommend at this point, if you're running Windows 10, I don't know much about Macs, I don't own a Mac, but I can say this for Windows 10. Go to airplane mode, copy that wallet address, paste it into a blank document, paste it into your Microsoft Word or Notepad. And what you can do with that is two-step verification. Two-step verify everything yourself. You've now copied and pasted that address. Make sure that address matches the address in your wallet that you originally copied. If it's the same, you should be good to go. And what you can do then is still copy that into crypto.com, Binance, wherever you're transferring your coins from. And you know for sure that is your wallet address. At this point, after you copy that address and paste it into your exchange to transfer these coins, double check again. Always verify that that address matches, because this is your last call. The train is boarding. Once you hit that transfer, accept, exchange. Sorry guys, my dog's over here wanting attention right now. So when you hit that exchange or go to do that exchange or transfer, that's your last hope. If you exchange that or you sent those coins and that is not the right address, there is nothing that anybody can do at this time to retrieve that transaction. Now, there is ways that if something happens, which we'll get into this later about recovery of seeds and things of that nature, if ever need be. Hopefully you never have to go that far, but I'm still doing my homework on that. Again, I'm still newer to this, so I am making sure that I'm dotting my I's, crossing my T's, that I am giving you the best information that is available out there. So, with that, there's also many other viruses out there. When you're doing your homework, guys, you gotta watch for those mock coins, those fake websites. You want to make sure, even on social media platforms, Twitter, Reddit, that you are looking at genuine channels. And again, get to know how to verify to make sure these are real. So there might be an icon by their name. Again, this falls into doing your due diligence, doing your homework, do your research, guys. I can't say enough how much knowledge is power when it comes to really anything, but especially cryptocurrency. All right, I did not realize we are at a 33-minute video right now. So, moving on. I've already hit the points of viruses, malware, scams, exchanges. Guys, I hope that this information I've given you will give you some foundation, some ground to run on. Something that makes you feel safe, like you just went from a bicycle to a tank, and now that you're ready to kind of navigate the roads and feel a little bit more comfortable with what to look out for. If you guys ever have any questions or need to run any ideas, feel free to drop a comment. I will do my best to follow up. If you like this information, want to hear more, let me know in the comments too what you want to see, what you guys want to hear. And we'll go from there. So, I appreciate y'all. Again, Shit Army, love you guys. I want to give some shout outs to some YouTubers, but I will do that in a later video. I just want to say thank you all. You guys have been an inspiration. The Shit Army is what brought me here to start all this. I hope I've been a big help, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you.
She was good. I go woof, I'm a dog, that's